Hey guys, this is the reason why I changed around my recording, um, my days. Cause, well, I wanted to play this as a replacement. I mean, it's really close. But, yeah. I've been relatively excited for this. I mean, apprehensive, sure, but like, yeah. Um, uh, let's, get into it, shall we? Welcome to Europa Universalis 5. Europa Universalis 5 is a deep historical grand strategy game about the fate of nations during the late Middle Ages and early modern period, as they vie for global power through war, diplomacy, colonization, and social and economic change. If you are new to Europa Universalis and its mechanics, we suggest selecting one of the recommended nations. Or if you are an already experienced world leader and want to skip the tutorial, select any country option. I actually had a I had a can I like if I do this? Oh. Oh. God, this game hammers my CPU. Very much so. It does load really fast though. Like on my when I booted it up, it legit loaded in a split second. That's how good this is. Now, I don't know how good this is going to be. If I'm like a little bit stupid or whatever. But since I oh, music change. The country I tried first to play Europa Universalis 4 with is Scotland. But I don't know how good I'm going to be with this, considering, you know, it's currently in a rebellion. So I don't know about this. I don't know. Also, look, shout out. Wait. Oh yeah. That's where my family is from. Well, my father's side of the family is from. It's Ross and what this one is. I forget. Back. But now I'm kind of not so sure. maybe I should play with a recommended country. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm nervous. Okay, okay, the... Ice music so loud, man. Stop. Now there's a there's a what do you call it? A little bit of a quiz that that Paradox put out to like determine what kind of player you are. They recommend that I start with Hungary. Because apparently I'm like more of a economy focused player. I'm realizing I should have booted this up like beforehand. I'm like actually determined, I guess. Like I don't know, man. Norway? Maybe? Being in personal union with Sweden, the Kingdom of Norway faces a new and challenging period. Along its fjords and valleys, vast natural resources, especially timber and fishing, could allow its people to enrich themselves. And with prosperous and content states, more intense diplomacy could be fostered with its neighbors in Scandinavia and the North Sea, allowing Norway to prosper again. Focusing on the internal politics by dealing with the administration and the states of your country in order to establish deals and alliances with other countries to strengthen your international position. I know. I mean, that sounds fun to me, I guess. Maybe I should have like done a poll before I like booted this game up. I don't know. Screw it. We're doing it. Oh yeah. I am nervous. I am nervous. Whoa, that's a zoom in. Welcome to Europa Universalis 5. Nearly 5 centuries of history are about to unfold before you. As the spirit of your nation, you have the power to choose how. You could conquer the world, develop the society into a flourishing utopia, or become an unrivaled economic power. Whatever you choose to do, history is yours to control. Ah, yeah. Yup. Oh, what? Game concepts are highlighted in blue and contain information about specific mechanics you might encounter within the game. We could, for instance, say that you play as a country. By default, nested tooltips are available by writing a short time for them to lock, after which you can continue to hover over tooltips inside the tooltip. Okay, cool. Yep. Yep. Diplomacy has a government, primary culture, primary religion. Now I have seen like a little bit of like gameplay from this. So I kind of have an idea of as to like how to play a little bit ish. I know that roads are important, and I know that control is important. And like balancing your crown power with all the other estates. What states? Are they called estates? Anyway, the like different classes. Are also important. Yep, currently playing is the Kingdom of Norway, a country with King Magnus VII as ruler. The top bar consists of a few different elements. It would stay here at the top of your screen from now on to provide you with an overview of your country. You may notice there's a date in the top right. That's currently covered by my Yep. Oh. That's why. Hang on, wait. I gotta turn that off. Hang on. That was OBS trying to start streaming when I've disconnected everything. Hang on. Hotkeys. Remove. Remove. There we go. Keep forgetting to do that. Cool. It's because gameplay's out in real time. Don't worry, no, we're paused and nothing's happening. I know. Speaking of the date. Any of you old heads remember, like, leet speak? Why do they have to do that? Anyway, the leftmost section of the top bar displays your estates, which groups the whole power within a country. Oh, so I was right. Okay, cool. Yeah, interest groups within a country. Estates have state power representing their political strength within government, estate satisfaction, representing how well their needs are fulfilled in the state opinions of other countries. Oh wait, they have their own separate opinions? Really? Wait. Really? Huh. States will also have estate privileges, which are special rights that can increase their power and be granted or revoked by the government. In turn, the states provide taxes, army levies, and naval levies to their country. States collect tax base from their locations, as well as part of the profit of trade, and they use that to build buildings and pay for public needs. If their state self-expansion is low, they will only build estate buildings to support their own estate power. Each character belongs to one of the estates and increases its power when appointed to the cabinet or when commanding armies or navies. Some succession laws limit their heirs to specific estates. Okay. The distribution of power between estates will vary from country to country, with some countries having access to unique estates altogether. Okay. Next, take a look at the resources and statistics. The top bar. This is the middle section, which contains the most relevant resources you need to keep track of while governing your country. Need to spend ducats for many actions in this game, while playing your soldiers to building up your cities, but truly your most important resource is your population, as they constitute the foundation of your politics, your economy, and your armies. Another particularly important number is your stability, a measure of your internal resilience that will help you keep your states and population loyal, and that you can use to influence the politics of your country. Yeah, that's what I've gathered as well. Like, stability is literally a currency that helps you pass laws and stuff. And you can only pass laws in a parliament. Oh! Okay. That was like another one that I was thinking of, but I was like very like another country. Remember how like one of my ideas in Crusader Kings 3 was playing a Order of Knights. Hello Teutonic Order. Hello the Livonian Order. And actually, is Malta in the... Oh, it's a vassal. Never mind. Wait, where are the... Oh, there we go. Yeah, the Order of the Knights Hospitaller. I'm just like, wait, why are they not in Malta? No, this is before they migrated to Malta. That was, that was where I, was thinking of doing, like, something like that until I forgot that you couldn't play as an Order of Knights, even when they're adventurers, which I feel like they... Anyway, whole nother game. Getting distracted. Most important resource is population, as constitute foundation of your politics, your economy, and your armies. Now, from what I've gathered about population, apparently it follows the Stellaris system. Oh, wait. Let's go to population. Ooh. Ooh. Data. Sami, that's like the natives from like far north. What the frick are Norn? Yardom of Orkney. Oh, they're ah, they're like the guys from the Shetlands and stuff. Ah. Hang on, there are still people who follow Norse. I know what we're going to do today. Nosh, 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 nosh. Anyway. Okay, okay, yep, that's what we're doing. I wonder how you do that, though. I might need to research that. Anyway, I think these first three will probably be just like meandering around and figuring out what's going on. Because I'm recording these super freaking late. And yeah. Another number is stability. Help keep your state's population normal, loyal, and you can use to influence politics. We will revisit the rest of the numbers when they become relevant. For now, let us continue. Time. Europa Universalis 5 plays out over the course of hundreds of years. You can see the growing date in the top right corner of the screen, which is also where you control the speed. Time is divided into 6 different ages. Right now you are in the Age of Tradition, which will end in the year 1342 to give way to the Age of Renaissance. Really? 1342? I thought the Renaissance started in the 1400s. Game? No, hang on. I'm researching this. Is that true? Wait. Hang on. You lying to me, game. When did the how do you spell Renaissance start? Okay. Yeah, 1400s. Oh wait, 14th century. Wait. Turn of the 13th and 14th. Oh, with the writings of Dante. Oh, okay. Giotto. Okay, that kind of makes sense then. Okay, yeah, fine. I forgot that Dante was that early, to be honest. Within each age, you will have access to new advances to research. As mentioned before, the game is currently paused, so you are not missing out on anything. Take a moment to go over some basic elements of the interface, starting with the tabs on the top left. There are 8 different panels accessible from here, which you will spend plenty of time in. They are government, economy, production, society, diplomacy, military, geopolitics, and advances. Okay. Seems I'm getting a little bit overwhelmed, but not as bad as when I tried to play EU4. Namely because I couldn't freaking read what everything was doing, and like the buttons was... EU4 wasn't really suited to like 4K monitors. On top of the game concepts, you can find all over the game some key mechanics of associated hints that offer a more detailed explanation along with some... Okay. Hint. Oh. Oh, wow. Shit. Okay. So there's like specific ones for like specific... Okay. Alright. God damn, I need to do like a lot of reading for this. Shit. Wait, what the fuck is in RG? Oh, resource gathering operation. That's a role good and can create for mines from. Oh, so it's like an organized. Yes, so instead of actual buildings, are like more like an organization and stuff. Aim to lay roads or slow to every nearby town and valuable RGO in any order to increase the proximity and control. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking about. Silver mines west of Oslo should be particularly profitable with due investment. Okay. Increased maritime presence. Yeah, that kind of makes sense considering we basically own the Baltic. Wait, is this the Baltic? Can I move? Thank you. Yeah, Baltic. Bothnian. This is the Bothnian Sea? Okay, Bothnian Sea. Then. I didn't know that. I thought this was all called the Baltic. Cool. Found towns and good harbors close to our capital. Well, we seem to have an abundance of harbors. Yes. Look at how much our coastline curves, man. Skokop. I'm gonna have, like, especially hard time. I know, kinda. Natural harbor suitability. Yeah, that makes sense. Although that you could basically have, like, any freaking town. So, yeah, that makes sense. It's built Taylor's Guild, Carpenter's Guild, and Scriptorium in our towns to process our natural resources and build marketplaces to export them to other markets. Strengthen our personal union with Sweden. Alright. Cool. Possible reforms, cabinet actions, laws not codified, possible rivals. Okay. Rivals of countries republicly declare hostile to our interests. Yeah, see, this is like one of the things that I didn't really get about EU4. Like the very fact that you have to have I mean alliances I can get, but you have to have rivals. Apparently. I don't get that. Like, why? Why antagonize people? I don't get it. The purpose of rivals is twofold. As a diplomatic tool, declaring rivals helps to make friends with their own enemies. Okay. As an offensive tool, we can fabricate counter spell against our rivals and intervene in war against them. Observe the rivalries and alliances of our neighbors and pick the same rivals as the country you want to ally. But beware of making too many powerful enemies in the process. You can wait until other countries have declared their rivals before making your move. That way you will avoid angering the wrong countries. Okay, yeah. Build a spy network and our rivals to know to fabricate a counter spell against them. Ooh. Spy network. Ooh. Network informants, double agents, and general turncoats, and thus how much inside knowledge I have in that country. Yeah. Ooh, spy network. Hell yeah, let's get Machiavellian up in this bitch. Alright. Unhappy estates, high war extortion? Wait. We have slaves? What do you mean we have slaves? Oh wait, no, these are just general hints about, okay. Yeah, these are the ones that are like, okay. Yep. Okay, makes sense. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to open it. Yep, cool. It's a vast game that allows for countless different play styles and possibilities. Yes, this is why I'm a little bit nervous. Regardless of whether you fancy yourself a ruthless conqueror, a shrewd politician, or an administrator endowed with a touch of Midas, there are some fundamentals that every successful ruler needs to master. Let's have a look at them. Okay. Balance. As we mentioned, ducats are some of the most important resources of the game. 1. Most actions cost ducats, and often your ability to impose your will as a ruler both outside and inside your country would depend on the wealth you are able to concentrate into your hands. Path to global domination is paved with gold and blood. Most of your finances are controlled from the balance panel, so let's have a close look at it. Okay. Yes. Money. Oh. Selling food? Wait, tribal tax? We have tribes? Huh? Crown, nobility. Oh, nobility is kind of massive. Clergy, burghers, those are the merchants, aren't they? Yeah, artisans, merchants, or others that reside inside city walls. Yeah. Commoners, those are the peasants. Oh, 0.03, okay. That's interesting. That we still have tribes at this point of history. I mean, 0.0... Wait. What aspect of our population is this? Hang on. Oh, shite. Whoops. Oh no, here we go. Population. It doesn't say... Oh no, here we go. Tribesmen. 2% or 10,000 people. That's a decent-ish chunk. I mean, it's not decent, but still. Interesting. Okay. I've opened the balance tab. And we're gaining 0.58 ducats a month. Ducats. That... How do you say that? Is it... Wait. Fuck. I'm probably gonna interchange that. I hope you guys don't, like, piss me off. Also, yep. I'm probably gonna put this in the thing. Just be like... just be sure this is a learning experience for all of us. Okay? Please don't be pissy at me because I do the wrong thing. I'm trying my best. Next. Here you can find an overview of your balance. This difference between your income and your expenses can be added to your treasury at the end of every month. You can manipulate different status on this panel to modify your monthly balances. We just saw the difference between your monthly income and expenses is also displayed at the top bar. Okay. Okay. Can't tax clergy because we're... Yeah, we literally can't tax clergy. Because you can't tax clergy as, Catholic? Which I believe that we are? I think? Can we check majority religion? Or... I don't think we're part of that yet. No. Wait, you can tax the tribes? That seems overtly, like, oppressive. They don't have money. They don't believe in money. Plus, there's only 2% of the population. It's not even... Dude, communist taxes. Wait, how much is that? 34%. Dude, that's like an America level tax. I mean, I know you guys have like, multiple levels of taxation because your country is weird. I know it's it's a United States, but can you at least like have some like yeah, anyway. That's like what about the burgers? Tax of 30%. God, I wish we taxed more merchants that amount. Uh Nobility tax. 12% for nobility is pretty decent. In our country, we had a tax of 10%. Okay. And minting that controls inflation, right? Yeah, increases our treasury at the cost of inflation. Yeah. So currently we are not minting any coins. Wait, that decreases... Ooh. Okay. How much is this? Is it literally none? Oh no, plus 0.1. Okay. Cool. Tax base. Most of the wealth in Europa Universalis 5 is generated on a monthly basis on the land you own. Locations. We'll talk about locations later. For now, we can hover over the tax base number on the top left to see disclosure of your richest locations. That is where the tokens are being generated in this kingdom. Okay. Okay. Oslo. Understandably, is that our capital? Yeah. Oslo is our capital. Then Tunsberg, which is wait, which one's Tunsberg? Tunsberg. Wait. Okay, that don't know how to. Okay, that's Oslo. Okay. I thought Oslo was somehow down here. Konsberg. Yeah, top three: Oslo, Tunsberg, and Kongsberg. Okay. Ah, that's where our silver mine is. Looks like. Okay. However, these ducats do not go directly to your treasury. As a government, you only collect a fraction of the tax base by exacting taxes from your estates. You can set the level of taxation by adjusting the sliders in your budget panel. Notice how their estate satisfaction drops the more you tax them. Estates do not like taxes. Odd. Huh. Okay, let's let's do. Oh yeah, you can tell. Yeah, let's leave it at 13. The maximum tax you can set for each state depends on many factors, like how powerful they are. Sometimes you might be able to tax a specific state at all, like it is with the clergy. For now, we recommend you automate your taxes by clicking on the cog icon. This will tax them the just amount to keep their satisfaction over 50% as soon as you unpause the game. Okay. Cool. Well, we don't really need to automate that. But okay. Cool. Southern Texas and a significant source of income is minting. You can freely mint to your heart's content to fix your budget, but minting too much can create inflation. Yeah, I know this. I know this. I know about the Weimar Republic. Yeah. Yeah, have like a wheelbarrow of frickin' marks to buy a frickin' bag of fucking loaf of bread. There we go. You can learn more about information in the inflation hint. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Let's see. Let's see. Inflation. Inflation. Inflation simply increases all expenses for our country, so it always should be avoided. It grows fairly quickly from minting, but can also be deceptively difficult to reduce. If inflation is growing, adjust the minting slider in the economy plan to keep it from growing. If we have someone already, setting the slider to the minimum will prompt it to decrease. Oh, so okay. Cool. Make sure you're not creating inflation. Yep, it is. No. Yes. Move it to mint some shiny tickets. Cool. Just a little bit more. So, like, can we have, like, the... so... Yeah. Oh, a little bit more. A little bit more. Yeah, get it. Green 0. There we go. The barest minimum. See, I know economy. Vaguely. Ish. Kind of. The other two most important concepts of income are trade and food. I will not be touching trade with a 10-foot pole. Or meter pole. If you dislike freedom units. Which I shouldn't really say because I'm one of the ones that don't have freedom units. I think that's stupid. But audience. Since these are more advanced sets, we will not cover them for now. Thank fuck. You can learn about them whenever you feel prepared in their respective hints. Good. How do I increase tax efficiency? Oh, Judah, very easy. Okay, that makes more sense. I am a baby. Let's have a little bit of a read, though. Just because. Want to have at least a little bit of trade. Establishing trade routes to acquire goods. Nope, nope. I will go to food. Pops need food to live. Ow. And armies need food to march. They both get the food they need from the stockpile of the province they are in and not from the location. Oh. So it's the actual... Okay. Wait. Prominent shares and distributes food between its locations and army levies and raise from an entire province at once. So it's like the collective district. And the location is different. If there's not enough food, props will suffer starvation and armies will suffer attrition. There's 3 layers. Local food. Food produced primarily in their locations with food raw materials as their RGO, or resource gathering operation, like livestock. Any surplus or deficit the location may have is added to the provincial food. An army marches on its stomach. Oh really? I didn't know that. Sheesh. Provincial food. Any surplus or deficit location has is added to provincial. Provincial food is the most important layer. If a province doesn't produce enough food to sustain the consumption of all its locations, the provincial storage will decrease. When it depletes, all locations inside a province will suffer starvation. But before that happens, the province will try and buy food from the market. All purposes in a market would try to sell food when the storage is full and try to buy it when it is low. As long as there was enough food inside a market, no one will starve. Okay. Okay, I vaguely understand that. Understand that way better than, Okay, cool. Yeesh. Let's pause. Oh, before looking at the expenses. You can adjust the speed at which the game runs from the top bar. Speeds 3 and 4 are a good place to start, but every player has their own preference. Yeah, I usually do 3. Even 2. Press space to pause and unpause the game. Okay. Let's go. Oh, there we go. Changed. Also, yeah, 50.1. Yeah, 50.01. That's what it defaulted. Okay, so. Yeah, so it defaulted to about 3. It used to be 0.5, I think. Yeah, sweet. I mean, I did rejigger the minting to be, like, just under 0%, but, you know. Okay, that's interesting that the ticks are hourly. Why? Also interesting that it's, also interesting that each day starts at 8 a.m. It doesn't, like, go through the whole thing. It just goes... Okay. What? Hang on. I just want to set it to 1, to... 9, 10, 11, 12... Does it, like, end at 6? Oh, it ends at... Okay, that kind of pisses me off. If you're gonna count the ticks hourly, then why don't you count the ticks for the entire day? Okay, that's an unreasonable... Why would you do that? It shouldn't piss me off that much, but it does. Anyway. Oh my god. Okay, no. Put it back up to 3. Yeah, a day per second is pretty good. Ooh, look at that. 610. Oh. Look at me. I am an economist. Economist. I mean, not really, but like. Okay, 1 month has passed and we paused the game for you. You can see now the numbers have updated and your estates are now contributing their due taxes. Many calculations in this game happen at the end of the month. Just like Solaris. Okay, cool. Let's have a look at the expenses. Cool. Many options in the game cost ducats the very moment you perform them, but even when you're not actively spending your ducats, your balances bear the burden of regular monthly expenses. Yeah. I still have to learn that, man. You can spend ducats on increasing stability and legitimacy to your most important stats. We saw at the top bar. Yep, cool. We recommend you spend at least enough so they do not decrease. The maintenance cost of your standing armies, your navies, and active fortifications can become a significant hindrance to your balance. Reducing their maintenance during peacetime is a good idea. Okay. Fortifications. Yeah, defensive buildings designed to protect your country's own locations against war enemies. Location with a fort can be sieged instantly, but instead will require a prolonged siege. Certain advances will allow the construction of more effective forts, with each level increasing the difficulty of the siege required to occupy them. Okay, that's good. So it like automatically upgrades when technology is available, so you don't have to like micromanage them like you can in CK3. That is so good. I never remembered to do that in CK3 when I know I should. But I just like see big number like required and just be like, I can't be fucked to do that. So it just, yeah. Okay, with just the budget silence ended with a positive monthly balance. Okay, cool. Cool. Let's positive. Okay, there we go. Oh, there's no. Okay, full maintenance. There we go. Just actually a little bit maintenance. Let's go 1 ducat per month. There. Dang it! There we go. Diplo spending. I think we might back that up a little bit. Yeah, we have the yeah. Maybe not that high. So 20. Stability. Get up to point 1. Incoming expenses calculated at the end of the month. Ducats are generated in locations and collected by your estates, which are taxed, and also fuel your treasury. Estates do not particularly enjoy being taxed. But who are these estates? I hear you asked, and why do they not submit to your every whim? Exactly. Indeed. The estates are the cornerstone of ruling. Well, keystones of ruling in the Universalis 5. Not only are the source of taxes, but they can be powerful assets when they are loyal or terrible enemies when disloyal. Open the government panel, open the country tab, open the estate sub tab. Oh god. So many tabs. Oh, there we go. Government. It's back. Estates. Okay. Okay, crown. Yeah, it's changed. Its crown is 24% now. It used to be 18%. Nobility's still, it's decreased a bit, but it's still pretty damn high. Okay. Burgers, I think they've stayed the exact same. I think. Alright. And commoners, I think they're the same. And no one cares about tribes. Fuck you. Oh. Privileges. Harbor administration. Okay. What are these? Land rights. Okay. Tax efficiency +5. Auxilium et consulium. Levy size, common efficiency, and army levy size. Monthly progress to aristocracy. There we go. I know words. Fortification license. Fort limit plus 10%. Very nice. Royal marriage rights. Cool. Alright. A lot of reading. Okay. Here you can see the different groups that control the political power in your country. These states. Each state is a percentage of state power. As the embodiment of the nation, you're represented by the crown. Your crown power represents your ability to oppose the particular interests of your states. Namely, it allows you to enact higher taxes, increases state satisfaction, and your support in the parliament. It makes changing laws easier and provides a percentage of the profits of trade. Okay. Learn more about crown power in the hints. Okay. Where is it? Oh, I can search for it. Oh, here we go. Our crown power represents the influence of our government within our own borders. As the crown, we share the resources of our country within our states, whose interests might not always align with ours. Holy shit, I've already been recording for an hour. I need to end this in a little bit. Higher crown power will make enacting new laws easier, improve the efficiency of our cabinet, and increase the space support in the parliament. Perhaps more importantly, the crown power determines to what extent the state shares the profits and the costs of trade and food with these states. Our crown power will primarily depend on the amount of privileges granted to the EU states. I assume these are these things? Yes. It says on the top. Okay, cool. And the control of our most populated locations. Increase control by doing roads. Yeah, that's what I said. Roads. Roads are way more important. At 50% crown power, half the expenses and profits for trade and food will go directly to the treasury, while the other half will be distributed among the states according to the respective state power. Crown power is usually very low at the beginning of the game, especially for bigger countries. Makes sense. Future advances will unlock additional boonies and other bonuses to crown power. Okay. Okay. Your states can be powerful assets when managed correctly, but displease can quickly turn to an insidious thorn in your back. On top of contributing to your treasury with taxes, estates are essential to the business of war, since you will depend on their levies to fight your wars until you can afford to replace them with regulars. However, they are disloyal might start supporting rebellions against your power, potentially overthrowing your rule through a civil war. Finally, estates whose satisfaction is above 50% will provide different bonuses to your country depending on your type, while dissatisfied estates will improve penalties. Okay, so basically every single one of my satisfaction are providing bonuses. Can I actually see what bonuses? It's prestige and kind of espionage. Okay. This is research progress and diplomatic reputation. This is trade advantage. Makes sense. Commoners, food production and stability investment cost. What about the tribesmen? Raw materials output and food production. Okay. Cool. States can be granted privileges, which usually increase both their state satisfaction and state power and come with additional threats for your country and your people. Revoking privileges will both anger and weaken the targeted state, although that can be a costly endeavor that will likely ruin your stability. Despite them increasing the power of the states and thus reducing your crown power, some privileges may align with your interests. Granting a few privileges in times of need can be a wise course of action indeed, if only to extinguish a spark of rebellion. No king can rule alone. Aside from privileges, states derive their state power from the social makeup of your population. Your population is divided into different social classes, each of which supports a different estate. The nobility are supported by nobles, the clergy supported by clerics, the burghers are supported by burghers, and the commoners are supported by peasants, laborers, and soldiers. Oh, so commoners are soldiers. Okay. The population lives and dies in your locations, that is, on the map, so let us look at them. Okay. Oh. Okay. Sure. Scania has declared us our rival. Oh no, I am so scared of this little tiny country. At the tip of... It's just the tip, though. It's just the tip, guys. It's right there. Anyway. Okay, let's hold it there. We've learned a little bit. The first few parts of this is just gonna be learning shit. And yeah. I will only be doing it once I am actually done this tutorial. So I think these first few might have to be labeled as such. Otherwise, people will be, you know, understandably annoyed. So I'm going to leave it here. Whoa. My phone just went off at the exact same time. That was weird. I hope, we can learn this game together. And then we'll have a, because I don't think I've seen, a, playthrough like this that actively goes through the, tutorial with the actual, viewers, so... Yeah. Or at least has done it, you know, seriously. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Purist, signing off from Europa Universalis 5. See you later.